Here's an interesting snippet about science from Ruth Dircks, local Science Hub member.
Let me start with a couple of questions. They are, why is it important to learn about science, and why should we learn how to think scientifically? Well, it's partly because there are many science-related topics, knowledge of which would lead to a better informed decision in many aspects of daily life, in a world of rapidly increasing complexity. For example, if people learn how to read, understand and evaluate reports on how vaccination works, they will recognise how weak the arguments against vaccination are. If people are well informed about the availability of vitamins in a balanced diet, they won't waste money on expensive vitamin supplements. If young people can evaluate evidence and think critically, perhaps they won't be seduced by glossy packaging and exaggerated claims made for such things as skincare products. If they know that many everyday food products contain substances produced by genetic engineering, they may start to appreciate what can be achieved by genetic modification. But at the same time, they will know that there is need for caution and vigilance in this rapidly advancing field, especially when it comes to human genetics. If they understand how carbon dioxide and methane in the upper atmosphere act like a blanket over the Earth, they will realise that the resultant warming extends the flowering season of many plants, including those whose pollen causes allergic responses. And perhaps they will campaign for funding for asthma research, because there is no significant asthma research in Australia, and yet we are one of the countries with the highest proportion of asthmatics in the population. If both children and adults read food product labels to find out how much sugar is in prepared foods and soft drinks, they might be sufficiently startled to cut down on sugar uptake and so improve dental health and reduce the risk of being overweight. I have given just a few examples from everyday experiences to justify an interest in and an understanding of what we call science. To know something is very satisfying. Very small children demonstrate this when they persist in asking questions about the world around them. As for adults, well, we have a Science Hub. You can get involved. Check us out on Facebook. So how do we help young people to enjoy learning about science, and how do we encourage enthusiasm for discovery? That's a question for another snippet from me, so watch this space.
Ruth Dircks Science Snippets are brought to you by the Paterson Allyn Williams Science Hub.